spin the helicopter around the Shroud.
Yeah.
Get some splash damage going down.
It works out. If you start the E, it's going to land. Keep in mind, you can ult, and the Terrify will push her back out of her own Shroud. Like, there are some tools here that would work pretty well. And as they swap back around, Broken Blade probably keeps the Ignite. We'll have to see. TSM have a very aggressive team. They can definitely get in. Zoe and Lucian can follow up. Echo Fox, I think, have a lot of very good lanes. I don't think Akali's favored in the one-on-one. But as time goes on, that champ has a bunch of spell vamp and a lot of damage.
Positioning is going to be so key here, too, because we're looking at Syndra and Xayah being engaged upon by Alistar, Flash Rek'Sai, Hecarim Dive. Same thing for Zoe there in the backline. Bjergsen has to be very careful, cognizant of his positioning. Rakan's speed cannot be underestimated.
Could be the final handshake of these teams for the split. Do or die for Echo Fox. They must win 2 straight to knock down TSM and make it up to the semifinals, where Team Liquid or Cloud9 await. Teams that Echo Fox just beat a week or 2 ago. TSM got 2 chances to close one out and make top 4.
Apollo, Hakuho, and Solo have done it before. Last spring. They've only got 1 more chance left now. Backs against the walls. They have to win now.
They've remained the crowd favorites since 2013 and even earlier. For the first time ever, TSM missed finals in both splits of 2018. They are hoping to not repeat those mistakes here. Back in spring, they lost in quarterfinals to those players, Solo, Apollo, and Hakuho. This time around, 2-1 up. They can easily make this series theirs. Very quick pause. Solo asks, spill, question mark?
Looks like we got a monitor issue for Bjergsen resolving right now.
Okay.
Should be getting right back into it.
They have unpaused, so we are back into this one. And here we go. This could be the last one of the series in TSM at the semifinals. Echo Fox hoping to stop that one in its tracks. And we are on to the Rift.
They have such a tall task ahead of them. TSM, seen as by many players and fans as the strongest team coming into playoffs. Definitely the strongest team in the second half of the split. They've proven it with all of their victories.
Yeah. 11-1 since week 3. 2-1 in this series, still a pretty solid score line. And with current form of the players, looks like they might close it out. Echo Fox, though, they were counted out. I remember back in week 7, week 8, we started talking about, well, which teams could make the push? And Fox wasn't even a team we mentioned. They were outside looking in with TL and C9 to play, but they beat them both. The 4-0 run, and they were coined the Giant Killers, but TSM maybe a little bit too big for them. As they still hold this 2-1 lead in the series, and Rush waiting around on the wings. But they are pushing TSM a little bit off this buff. They get 1 aggressive ward to help try to track where the Rek'Sai might go, and Kaden indeed is at his own red buff.
Yeah, that ward doesn't provide too much value, especially considering TSM saw them put it down. So Kaden will know that there is one behind here. Ah, that's why they're just continuing with the blue buff steal here. That ward isn't to see Acadian later on in his path. It is to make sure that he's not going to hop over on the blast cone.
Right. What is interesting is it's 3 games in a row, and this one especially, Echo Fox opting into the vertical jungling. We know Rek'Sai is for sure going to go Raptors to that chicken and take down that left side jungle.
So, first game, they opted into it, and it worked out because Solo had very good 1v2 play on the top side, playing on the weak side, and it allowed Echo Fox to control the dragons, control the bottom side, and get their victory. But ever since then, Broken Blade has had better matchups, Broken Blade has had more pressure, and Acadian has had Rek'Sai. It's a champion that can go for tower dives, even if you are playing safely. Once you get access to level 6, can also tunnel over the back of this wall here, which very few champions can do. It's this angle right there that almost no other junglers really get to do right behind the tower.
And right now, Rush actually able to dodge the trinket ward that was put down. He wasn't seen taking this last camp of the Wolves. And right now, Acadian hasn't gone in either. Now damage towards Fen. As they go back, Echo Fox looking pretty solid in this bot lane right now. But Acadian has yet to take any of that jungle, whereas Rush has poached that entire right-hand side.
Yeah, Broken Blade is pushing up 2 in the lane, so He should have confidence of his top laner. Meanwhile, bottom side, exact same thing. Echo Fox know their duo lane. They've got run of the jungle here on the bottom side, so they won't be inhibited. Rush is going to get over here, and as you're pointing out, Acadian didn't get a lot of the early counter jungling done, so Rush is going to
smites up for both.
Catch him red-handed.
It's going to be close. Who's going to get it? Oh, Acadian lands the smite, takes the smite early, grabs it, but keep in mind, the rest of the camps weren't stolen away, so there was more farm available. Oh, that was slick. Gets away from the pulverize. Yeah, nice. Pressed E.
Nice. You make it sound
I meant that more with gravitas than it was given.
You sound so sarcastic, but
I meant that literally.
It was a great E press for you.
It was, actually.
Honestly, though, you're talking about the jungle's camps as well. Yes. So this jungle advantage does come to fruition if we have now a reverse clear from Rush, and that is top side down. He finishes his wolves. He has 2 more to clean up. Meanwhile, Acadian, I believe he only left.
He had a small wolf to kill.
Yeah,
there are 2 full camps for Rush, who's already up in CS right now. So this is going back to game 1, where Rush was smashing the jungle map. He was getting more farm, getting ahead of Acadian.
I like what he's doing right now, though, because the only option for a Rek'Sai when you have no camps down like that is to gank. And his mid laner, Phoenix, is the prime gank target. So Rush, instead of going to immediately clear his camps, helps Phoenix push out the mid wave. Doesn't have any wards, but Acadian has a ward, and it sees Rush now return to the Raptors.
Smite's gonna be important. It wasn't up for like 1 more second, so one of the big chickens is taken back by Acadian. Ties it up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a chunk of the camp, but still, Rush
golden XP
is ahead.
Yeah, Rush up 2 camps worth of CS, and top scuttle is up right now. First recall goes to Phoenix.
Acadian's going to have the advantage here. Rush has not had a recall off.
Yeah.
And he has very little mana, no upgraded smite. So Acadian, the only problem, his mid laner is just recalled. Rush might get the scuttle virtue of mid laner power.
And that's a big mana pool now up for him. Now Brooklyn can come down, but Phoenix is here first, Acadian.
Yeah, they cannot contest. Bjergsen is back in base, went for the recall. Phoenix is here, so they collapse. Echo Fox secure the scuttle crab. And Rush here does have the experience advantage over Acadian for this game. As you're mentioning as well, the mana that you get back after smiting the Scuttle Crab, in addition to the health, is very big in allowing the possibility of turning that fight around.
Definitely important right here. First TP's used top side, Broken Blade going towards a Cowl. A finished Hextech Revolver in for a solo, and that matchup actually so far equal in CS, so that's going better than the blind Aatrox game. He's on the blind Akali and doing all right. Bot lane, advantage TSM, well played to them. Despite the fact that Jarvan's been able to spend more time bot side, they've been able to get more farm. Not going to land the bubble is Bjergsen, but also up in farm. 10 CS with only 5 to farm. Is TSM doing pretty well. Jungle matchup advantage to Fox, but not the lanes.
Yeah, Bjergsen definitely has been extremely good over this series on his Lissandra games. Very different champion here, Zoe, for him. They're looking for those bubbles, through the walls. Yeah, Ocean Rush actually slips into the back. There's a ward inside, so he's going to clear it out instead. You really cannot start up an Ocean Drake this early in the game without knowing that the enemy will not come find you there. It does too much damage, it slows you, you will be caught red-handed, you will be killed, and then the enemy gets to take it away. So he just clears out some wards instead, and they leave it at that.
Yeah, Rush kills off a couple, forced to flag and drag back away, but it's still a 2.5 camp lead overall on the Echo Fox side over their jungler. Nice stun, damage, he's not able to get away from this one. That's the burst, and finally a first blood for Echo Fox.
And those are the all-ins we talked about in Champion Select, with Syndra lands the stun onto Zoe. Both summoners down, gets the kill. This is going to be Bjergsen with no summoners trying to return to lane versus level 6 equipped Jarvan and a level 6 ultimate coming back online for Syndra. Rush comes in. They saw a spot there with the Rek'Sai passive. He knows he's here, but it's just Phoenix too good with that E stun.
Yeah.
Finds Bjergsen, gets the kill, ultimate already off, so the damage goes through.
And crucially, Bjergsen had the Null Magic Mantle, but not the finished Mercury Tread, so the stun lasted long enough for the Jarvan EQ to land, and that was probably a 1/10 of a second away from getting the flash, getting out of range of that knock-up, and getting away from the damage.
For the first time in the series, Freak, Echo Fox, first blood, and it goes to Phoenix, it goes to the Syndra, the one with kill pressure advantage, summoner spell advantage. He puts it into spell penetration, upgrading his sword boots.
Yep, double Dark Seal, 6 extra AP from the stacks of getting that kill, and It's an 800 gold lead now. Acadian able to grab the blue buff and hand it back over to Bjergsen, who's currently holding an exhaust in case round 2 happens.
All right, even though the big mid lane change here where Echo Fox has gotten the first blood, Phoenix is feeling very confident. The bottom lane CS is definitely a problem for Echo Fox. Sven and Smoothie using the Alistar and Lucian very effectively down here, denying CS from Apollo and gaining themselves a gold lead.
Yeah, I think until Apollo 6, he has to be so afraid of Smoothie, who can start that dive out. You can reactively ult to get away from the knockup. It's just a very, very large threat. Ignite cut through that heal pretty easily, and Lucian's got good follow-up. Acadian actually able to steal the red buff as well. So a lot of the map going back over to TSM's side. The wave is dematerialized, and they've got that push yet again. TSM can easily take the recall here. We'll go for that Drake, which is just as good. Ward is killed, and they can try if they want. They know Syndra has pressure in mid, though. She got the first push, and that threat is too much to deal with. Phoenix, just by existing, kind of keeps them off that.
I wonder if Rush might want to play more to top side for once here. I mean, Akali, nice CS lead here, established for solo over a Hecarim. Hecarim, definitely a diveable champion, does not have flash, so the only thing you have to calculate is the ultimate to try and escape with. And early on, he has invested into health, into the cowl, but it is a possibility. Try and get an Akali going solo. That can be a very, very big and different look for this team to try and take advantage of. Right now, though, he's still been bottom side, and this time around, he doesn't have bottom side pressure. TSM are moving up the river. He's got to get out of there.
Rush thankfully has some ward coverage to know that he is safe, and he's not going to have much of a problem. Sven over the wall is also
go back in.
Goes very much in the front. Apollo to the front line, they're going to find the charm, the knockup. They go in for the dive, and it's going to be a big stun. Ult comes in for Apollo, trying to live, but no blade collar. The kill picked up now, and Hako is running, and he's going to flash over the wall, just barely staying safe. And the re-engage Rush. Oh, the flag was over the wall. He couldn't land the Q. The sleep in towards that one. Burns the cleanse. He's going to be fine. Look out for the re-engage, though. Will they find a target? Smoothie has the ult still available. He can't be the target. And that is a kill picked up in that bottom side. TSM answering back.
TSM in control of the jungle. Some slick moves by Sven there. Up over the wall, blast cones back down, and they find the collapse onto the enemy AD carry. Yet another time where Sven kind of flanking on a Lucian. This has been success for TSM, and this is a player once imported, got a lot of criticism in the first season.
Yeah.
However, this split has been so much better for the TSM lineup, has fully embraced the brand. Definitely looking good. Meanwhile, very good consolation prize for Echo Fox. They get the Ocean Drake for themselves after all the recalls reset for TSM.
And the game is still 900 in their favor, so solid stuff. Top lane's up quite a bit of CS as we see Sven jump the wall and just come back for it.
Like, all right, he's gone. Nope. Comes right back over, and even though Hakuho does try and turn around, goes for the engage, Smoothie gets the knock-up, then Acadian goes in, so Apollo has to ult, flash out of there, still goes down. And then it is the kill over for the Ocean Drake.
30 CS difference bot side. That is massive now as they send themselves to the top lane. Solo is going to have a really hard time fighting against these champions. Not even a Gunblade finish yet, so no spell vent for the wave clear. Would help them a little bit.
Seems like TSM back to their old ways a little bit, reminiscent of when Doublelift was on the team. Bottom lane control, getting them so much. Meanwhile, solo on Akali is Echo Fox Hope. Phoenix still strong on the Syndra, can look for these big amounts of burst damage. So they still have plenty of options to pay with. They're ahead in gold as a team. The only problem the Echo Fox are trying to come up with a solution for is the duo.
Now they're putting the duo back up there, though. They're opting into that matchup. They want to keep Solo in his 1v1 with Broken Blade. He's winning it. Has the Gunblade done. That's a nice power spike. But they lose a wave in bot lane. A whole 6 minions crash down to that turret down there. And TSM still waiting around with Acadian as well. Keep in mind, Herald is a important objective. Often means 300 gold or a turret. If you can kill it, Bjergsen's gonna help, and will Fox collapse? They've got all 5 up here right now, and Solo's nowhere to be seen.
TSM's gonna be able to force this.
Big damage on Hakuho, trying to burn this one down. They should be able to. The smites are up. Looking for the play is Rush, and going in for the front line. They can't go get the kill just yet. Broken Blade finds the first one on Hakuho already. TP's come in, and that's the hero picked up, but the fight's still going very, very well for the TSM side. Broken Blade on the chase, still towards Phoenix, almost sleeps down Solo. That is a battle that was won 3-1 in kills. It was on the W. It's fine.
Okay.
He pressed W.
Picked up a Zonia's.
Yeah.
Able to style on a Rift Herald after they've been able to take it there. Solo did pick it up, by the way. The problem I saw with that fight, mainly for Echo Fox, is that the initiation was at the exact time that they started channeling the teleport. So Solo, while he does channel the teleport, is not there for the beginning of this fight. Rush is looking at it. He wants to go in. They're about to hit the eye for the Rift Herald. Critically, Acadian didn't go down there. Very close to getting bursted by Phoenix. Broken Blade then dives the back line. So Broken Blade by himself on your screen in the bottom, locks up the bottom lane, destroys them. Solo does pick up the kill onto Acadian and kind of the straggler kill there, plus picked up the Eye of the Rift Herald, so that was big, allowing them to get these plates you can see on your screen now. Yeah. But the backline was just destroyed for Echo Fox. They completely collapsed there.
Yeah. 2 kills with assists is worth 900 gold, 450 apiece with the assist, but that 4th plate dropping mid lane, that's a lot of gold going back in, and Echo Fox actually, look at that score line, it's basically tied in gold, plus they're up the ocean. So that steal, though the fight was weird, brought a lot of that gold a bit closer, and this is still within arm's reach on both sides. And you've got a 34 CS lead for an Akali, and we all know from solo queue, that champion is scary.
Well,
Solo might carry.
Gunblade completed now. It's a huge power spike threatening for the all-in. Fairly dangerous for a Hecarim, having to deal with the slow, reducing possible damage output as well. Solo definitely feeling confident. Tries at the last tick of your control ward, Broken Blade replaces it, so no money earned.
So satisfying. The best part about buying control ward is denying them killing your other control ward.
Fair enough. I feel like the best part might be moving your vision to somewhere useful, but that's also pretty good. The old bait and switch.
Yes.
I like how he just waited. He did not do it early when there were 2 hits, waited for the last hit. Meanwhile, top side, this has been the TSM lane. Sven and Smoothie. Unfortunately for them, they've only gotten assists, though, in all of the fights that they have had, and all of the pressure that they have put out.
But those wards, they're so far up to the one right here. Spots Apollo, even if the wave were cleared, they know where he's going. Control ward in the river. And this is just still a dangerous game that both these teams are playing. The gold's still tied. The Ocean Drake still matters even through the mid game. It lets you get rotations a bit healthier.
Closest game of the entire series as well, as we're coming down to a must-win game for Echo Fox. 15.5 minutes in, dead even on gold with the Ocean Drake advantage to their name.
Infernal is up and TSM going to be first to the play. You can see a later reset coming through. Essence Reaver done for Apollo, but items look a bit better on Sven. They're starting right away. Rush stole the previous objective. He might try here. Gets rid of the tunnel, gets rid of a ward.
This has been a recipe for disaster for Echo Foxes when they're split going towards the Dragons, but this time around they group up as 4.
And Solo being split's a good thing. Now looking for Acadian, looking for Sven as well. Big burst damage. They've used a few seconds, but they might get the kill. The chase is on. Solo gonna find the first one. Jungler dead. An easy smite for Rush when it resets. Oh, a cockroach. He's very, very low and asleep. They're gonna find the burst. 2 kills for Bjergsen. The Drake traded back, but it's still +1 kill, and they're finding even more. They're getting scattered. Only Solo left alive. What a fight for TSM.
That's a big payment for Infernal Drake. Echo Fox stay in, and they do finish off the Drake, but TSM are collecting heads.
I'm not sure this is going to work too well. He's so fast, Broken Blade just runs away, and Solo, he's got most of the kills in his team, but his turrets are falling. That Drake's not worth the price in blood they paid.
Yep, turret gonna go down here. That will be the first turret of the game, ever so slightly. And once again, mid will be opened up. Solo trying to work on bottom side. Broken Blade doesn't have very much mana, so his auto attacks non-threatening.
Not at all. 2,000 gold puts TSM ahead as they win that one. We see that fight yet again. It started out with a kill on Acadian, but it was turned around so well.
All right, let's take another look here because Echo Fox just charged right in onto Acadian. He does spam his ultimate, so he does delay here. Smoothie going for the re-engage. Solo does flash after Acadian to finish it off. If we look at the Dragon, Apollo and Phoenix are then pushed up past Bjergsen. And Bjergsen on the Zoe got a big amount of burst damage. Takes out Hakuho, then sleeps Apollo, finishing up the double on the backline. And with everybody else from Echo Fox inside the Dragon pit on the other side of your screen focusing on finishing that Dragon, they also got cleaned up. So TSM rack up 4 kills for themselves in exchange for the 1 kill on Acadian and the Infernal Drake.
Well, Solo on 2 kills. He's going to need to do a bit more in these fights. He's going to be the one kind of carrying the force forward. Turret will fall. Local gold might not have been given over, but still 250 global to the team. Gives a little bit more back. 1,500 gold difference. Within arm's reach, but TSM now in the driver's seat. Bit of spell pen in for the Zoe. 4 kills on Bjergsen. He's actually so big right now. He can absolutely delete the backliners here. A lot of squishes that you can target.
Yeah, he deleted both Apollo and Hakuo in that dragon fight, and that was before he had the extra money to finish up the item completions here.
Yep.
All right.
Scary.
Again, TSM, bottom lane up to the top side with their duo. Trying to pressure on that top side turret, keeping the 1v1 down bottom. And controlling vision through the river. The highway through Summoner's Rift, allowing them to traverse much quicker. Try and create those plays. Of course, the Scuttle Crab is actually
it helps.
Technically going to make you traverse much quicker.
And that one goes to Fox. But even still, look at the wards going away. Look at Echo Fox pushed off, and the next turret will go over. And TSM getting this one with the squad. The bubble coming around, not going to find that just yet. Bit of poke. They're going to look for Bjergsen yet again. That might be the play. The dunk right away. Go for the play yet again. Can they find the front line? Bjergsen buffs the Zonius, but he might be dropped down. The knockup not going to find him, but the kill still comes through. 1 for 0. Hecker in the back line knocks down Rush. That's an okay trade on the Echo Fox side. I would take that one every single time. 4v4, they're still safe. These guys are healthy. They can wait around for the next fight. Solo does have the ultimate.
They want a piece. Again, it's an Ocean Drake, remember, for Echo Fox. So they're regenerating here, even though they don't have vision of TSM. Sven doing his best bait work.
Phoenix has ult. If they find the stun, they should be able to.
Oh, they want it.
And he knows. He knows he's the one baiting this one. He finds Hakuo. Well, here comes the team. They know where Phoenix is. This is the play. They find the fear. They find the burst. And Phoenix with the Aatrox. The Alistair. They do get the kill. They find one, but it's traded back. Still a good trade. And Solo forced to run away. Broken Blade a bit low. Apollo can do some good damage. Next Blade color could look good. But Sven almost finds it. Solo no longer the ultimate. Can't find anything else in. Broken Blade gonna kite back out. 3v3 on the map. Again, they have the regen. They won't get that turret, but what a fight. Trading back and forth, shutdown gold coming.
Woo! 1 kill apiece there. This man actually baiting around again. Gets Scott.
Gets the E, turns invisible. He can get this one. The auto and the Q is going to be enough that he jumps away. Now Broken Blade can be the target. Yet again has the empowered auto attack. And now has Rush. This could be a 2v3. This could be Echo Fox winning this fight. Acadian ults to buy a bit of time, but he's going to go down. 2v3, they indeed get that kill on Echo Fox. Bring the game back within 600.
Oh, the game's in topside, never ending here. This time around, Echo Fox bring the extra player, and they find the kill. Solo buying so much time here on the Akali. This is their member with all of the kills. This is their member with the gold bounty. This is their hope. Let's take another look at how it all starts out. Once again, Bjergsen goes super far ahead on the Zoe. Doesn't have summoner spells to get back out, so Rush immediately engages. And remember how fed the Zoe is and how much damage he does. That's why they overcommit to this kill. Actually, with that Hakuo knockup being a little bit early, they did have Rush go further into the enemy team, maybe contributing to the death. Here's the second look, though. Able to go in, and again, the Shroud for Akali just gives her so many options. There is an Observer bug where you don't see that during replays, but it is there. As you can see, he goes invisible again. And since Rush comes up, they're able to 3v2. Take down Acadian, and the rest of TSM have to run.
Hightail it out of there, and not enough ability to tower dive, but now they're inside the pit. Rush spotted out by Rek'Sai. Flag and drags away this gold now. Once again, neck and neck here. A 3-kill Akali has a Zonia. It's going to be a massive force. And that was a huge bubble to not quite get the rest of. Infernal Drake alive, looking for the plays. Zoning out the squad as they wait for Acadian to fight this one. This could be Infernal going to TSM. They will indeed claim it. And there is no team fight. There's nothing picked up now. Watch out for the next stun. Good damage, but not a kill. Solo's got to be careful. Jumps back, gets feared. Will they find him? No, instead it is Broken Blade dying. But almost the kill into Apollo. He is running for the hills, trying to stay alive. Look for the next play. Big damage out of Bjergsen. He's got a flash. He can burn. This could be the chase down. He's got Phoenix, and they're going to get Rush as well. Solo over the wall trying to run, but they can still get more. Apollo is trying to get away. Bjergsen finds the third, and Apollo is going to drop. Only 2 left alive. Running for the hills. TSM get way better in that fight.
Oh my goodness. They scatter, but get chased down. Solo is one of the few to get out on this Akali. He has been the star. He's looking at Sven. Not going to be able to do anything here. He does have eyes on Acadian. Or no, that's because we're toggling the TSM vision. Whew. All right. Calm down a little bit here. With all of the scattering going on, TSM have actually pulled ahead in gold. They've evened up the Infernal Drake count as well. And this game 4 is really heating up. Broken Blade and Solo had a little bit of a 1v1 on top side where Solo had the health advantage, but then Broken Blade tried to turn it around and Rush immediately goes in, makes him pay for it. The Sleepy Trouble bubble had already landed on Apollo when his ult went off, so he fell asleep in the air, still gets big damage coming through. Bjergsen shorts the second bubble here, but Sven goes over the back of the Raptor pit. Bjergsen flashing forward, able to get it with the Zoe. Acadian around the backside picks up another one. And then he landed that last bubble as well.
Bubble through the wall to get that last little hit right there. So still a positive team fight, 3-1 in kills. As you mentioned, the Drake as well. And look at this TSM, getting rid of the wards. They know they can start setting up for Baron. They've got to wait a while because that scuttle was taken very recently. They can maybe use the blast plant to sneak it, but that's unlikely. Banshee's Veil done for Phoenix will help him a lot in staying alive, but Merlin done. You can see Large Rod in there as well. 2 item spike fully completed for Sven. TSM's 1,200 gold lead, putting in a bit of work there with the Trinity Force also completed for Broken Blade.
All right, extra damage output possible now for the backline.
Finds the knockup, can't find the open, they're gonna find the charm. A little bit from the backline, Broken Blade at half. Where's the re-engage? Who will they find? Phoenix, keep in mind, that ult does plenty of damage, and Broken Blade's only at 1,000.
Smoothie's flanking around.
The turret's gonna drop first though. And keep in mind that Hecarim is still low. They might track Acadian. Also, Sven is pushing in the side lane. Thank you for the second screen right there. Tier 2's dropping for both sides of the map. No major advantage other than some CS drops as those minions all get killed off.
Yep, turrets going down there on both sides. Everything hinging on this game for Echo Fox. Still, 0 deaths to Solo's name. This Akali, their biggest point of power. Zhonya's is completed. You can have very big team fight plays even. Does not have to split push. It's definitely been the one really threatening the TSM backline. Bjergsen and Sven have both been quite good. Huge damage output.
Tracking other power spikes, Apollo's 2,500 gold away from Infinity Edge, which will be the next massive pickup for him.
It's pretty far.
There is a Zeke's completed for Aqua. That is a nice jump up in power. As generally speaking, Lucian starts to slowly fall off compared to his opponent. As this goes on, he got his laning lead, he got his turrets. That is a massive thing that TSM got from their pick, but the team fighting will slowly move away. Looking at Bjergsen, he's not that far from death cap, only about 800 gold until he can grab his second NLR plus the combine. That will be huge. He will one-shot people through that item.
Echo Fox looking to continue the miracle run at the end of the split. Running through playoffs here, they have one game at a time.
Yeah.
Right now, focusing on the team fight towards mid lane, looking for vision to try and set this one up. Smoothie playing front line for TSM. Looking for these wards. Rush flanks around top side. They've actually sent Phoenix off away. Phoenix is not here. They have to disengage.
They're able to. Rush able to jump away with the EQ. Still sees the rest of the squad in front.
Phoenix shows up on that top side minion wave.
And now Akali does as well. And Broken Blade's coming down towards him. The rest of the TSM coming as well. They're spotted on the ward. And still try to run.
Shroud and Azonia's to try and buy time.
They know the squad is around. Looking at Rush going forward towards Sven. He's got to be careful. He's found out. That is a huge pick. TSM pick off the opposing jungler.
Uh-oh. Smoothie now behind Hakuo.
Oh, doesn't get away with the W. Either's got to find someone to run to. Not going to happen. A double kill for Bjergsen. TSM are poised with complete map control to go for Baron.
TSM win the musical chairs, picking off 2 members of Echo Fox. Baron is on the table. This is going to be it.
That is just what they needed. An 8th kill now on their mid laner. And Smoothie building a lot of space. No one can easily steal this one. It's got to be a miracle play 3v5 as they start the objective. No Baron regen. Solo Smoothie. 15. They spot Smoothie. They know where he is. He's got to wait for this one. Headbutted. Jumped into the air. They put him down right away. They might get the kill, and they do. 1 for 0. And now it's Echo Fox simply running away. Here comes Acadian. Lots of damage, but not the kill. They do trade a kill back. There's a stun. If he saves the ult, one more shot. He needs a flash, but he's not going to get the attack. Broken Blade stays alive. And the Baron, it will be dropped. It will be claimed. TSM will pick up the neutral objective.
Rush is on the way. Are they going?
The flash, they find the stun. They're going to find the W for the slow. The headbutt buys a couple seconds. This should be a kill. So a couple are picked up in the backside, but they just barely couldn't pick off Broken Blade. That might have been a little bit more.
Ping's going down onto the Infernal Drake as well. Echo Fox going to try and pick up that consolation prize. Get a little bit more scaling for later, but the big Baron buff going over to TSM. Putting their gold lead to work as well. Bjergsen's got death cap. This Zoe will have so much burst damage.
3,000 gold ahead. A second Infernal. Not as big of a differential as the first one, actually. The first ones mean more, but it still is going to be some extra stats. Echofox having to work back now against a 3,000 gold lead. And the Akali finally gave over their shutdown gold. So now TSM with the power play. Can take a lot on this map. We watch this fight yet again. This 3 versus 5. That headbutt pulverize. All the damage on a solo.
Yeah, incredibly clean here from Smoothie. He waits in the fog of war up further in the Echofox jungle for a while, bides his time, and even though they see him once he heads down, pops the ultimate, goes in. Bit of an overchase there. Almost cost TSM quite a lot with the Cadian and Broken Blade chasing for the kills while the rest of TSM members were taking down Baron, but Broken Blade critically getting out with a sliver of HP.
Look at TSM doing the bait again. Sven showing the rest of the team right behind him. We know he can escape. He's got flash and heal, plus the innate kit tools.
Keep your eyes on Bjergsen as well, fishing for the bubbles. He has 686 ability power right now. The max damage for Paddlestar is reading over 1,500.
Yep, knew where that one was going.
Is too much.
It is a lot. And this split, I think, favors TSM as well. Solo, the man with the gold lead with all the farm, is alone, just waiting to wave through against this Hecarim. The 4v4 even better on TSM's side. Paddlestar, not going to land this one either, nor the bubble, but look at the damage out of Sven. Puts Rush down about half HP. Still waiting for the next power spike to come through. Now, Solo has come around, but he's spotted. Will this be the play that Echofox can find? Then no, too far back is TSM. But even just buying time and waiting out the Baron buff is probably Echofox's favorite.
Right now, Broken Blade is pushing the mid lane, so he's trying to... Actually, it looks like he's slow pushing, trying to build up the wave here. Solo wants to go contest.
It's going to be hard. Equal level because of all the team fights they've been winning despite the farm deficit. It's not really going to matter here. He's tanky. There goes the turret. TSM stretched that lead. 2,300 on the Baron power play. Overall game, 4,500 puts them ahead.
All right, bottom lane is going to crash into the inhibitor turret. Everybody rotating up towards mid.
Broken Blade almost finds, Bjergsen almost finds that sleep. Broken Blade could have followed through onto that one. His turret's not long for the world. The stun's gonna land. There's the big poke on a Solo. And suddenly he can't team fight. Broken Blade might call for it. Just pushed away. That's the turret picked up. Nice skill shot by Bjergsen. TSM 5,000 up. They find the Drowsy. Rush will tank this. Not gonna find Apollo.
Yeah, you have to block that. He dies if you ever fall asleep and get hit by one of those paddle stars.
But IE is in. No flash, no heal, but Apollo might be able to win a team fight with the squad if they can feel for him, and Solo can build the space. If Bjergsen can't land the paddle stars, the skill shot-based champion, if they do miss, then that damage means nothing.
Echofox looking for the outplays. They have the champions to do it. Solo here on the Akali, now level 16. The extra level, access to more burst damage, possibly going for critical kills. Yeah, on the backside. That Zoe is definitely a target. Unfortunately for them, all summoners are available on the TSM backliners. Meanwhile, Apollo still has to wait out a little bit for his own flash. Same with Phoenix.
And it's starting to feel a little bit like TSM taking care of business. 11-1 in games since week 3. They dropped a single game here, much like the split. The beginning didn't look too good. TSM, pretty famous for losing game 1, but they've been winning pretty convincingly ever since then. And with this lead, they are poised to make that late game shot calling go well. Players taking their turns carrying. Broken Blade's Hecarim was massive over in game 3, doing okay here in 4. Acadian had so many first bloods early on in this series. Now Bjergsen taking his time to take over this one. 9 kills. Sven and Smoothie smashed the laning phase, went around and took more turrets over time. TSM fairly star-studded this time around. Many people's favorites to win the split. Taking care of business, what should be done here today. The 3rd seed. Just a couple games behind those top ones.
All right, they're definitely set up to do it. Broken Blade in the bottom side has teleport ready. TSM clearing out these mid minions, and all of Echofox have grouped up around mid. So the bottom side is slowly going to go in TSM's favor. All the meanwhile, they have to contest with this vision, worry about Zoe bubbles coming over the wall, and avoid all of it.
Solo just still farming. Merlinomicon Dun's important for him, as he's the one we're going to track. QSS also for Apollo is a big deal. So this backline can start doing its job. But TSM playing Vision.
Also, want to point out the deep ward that's about to expire now here on the mini-map there that TSM had was a possible flank teleport from Broken Blade. They've replaced it a little bit further up the lane, but Xbox see this one, so they clear it out. They know they cannot afford to have a Hecarim coming from an angle where they don't see it. If their backline gets attacked, it will be over. Flashes have come up though. This is could be a saving grace for Echo Fox. They get into dangerous territory.
Big pull for us into the back line. Watch out for Apollo. Gets the ult up. Gets to stay alive, but Hakuo's gone already. 1-3-0. Is there a re-engage? Broken Blade. He's got the ult. He's got the ignite. Solo's got to be careful. Gets the shroud, but look at that culling. Look at what Lucian can do. Pushing Solo out, forcing the flash, and Hecarim could join. Forcing the ult away to stay alive. That is a clean pick up on the support, and it could be the re-engage. Smoothie, what's he going to find? Looking forward. The Mobies are turned off, but he's going to find Rush, Headbutt, the Pulverize, the chase down, the flag and drag interrupted, and Acadian finds those 2 kills. No smite, Baron is free.
And that is going to be TSM wearing purple once again. If they complete this, they will move on to the semi-finals with Team Liquid and Cloud9 awaiting them. One of the most hyped up teams for playoffs here.
Well, I'm pretty TSM
dominating.
Pretty sure to be Cloud9 awaiting them. Team Liquid with the choice. Probably not picking the team who 2-0'd them in the regular season. Probably not picking the team who took care of business here today. Have to wait and see. Of course, it's still their choice.
Steve did tweet out.
He's lying.
That they will pick TSM, so.
That would be the wrong choice. Either way, watch that fight once again. Headbutt into the flash pulverize. Look at that setup.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the map right now. So dark, but once again, Smoothie, hiding in the fog of war, finds the angle onto Echo Fox, completes the collapse, great engage, and then TSM can follow it up. Acadian goes in on Solo. They're able to lock out this Akali. Nowhere left. He has to use his ultimate, his flash, everything to get out of there. And then Smoothie once again. He's able to find Rush, then Acadian gets the interrupt, and they're able to find the extra kill. Here comes the push.
Once again, it's only wave clear out for the Echo Fox side. TSM, they've killed the 6 outside turrets. It's inhibitors or nothing here. And we know the Ocean Drake was claimed by Echo Fox during that replay after the TSM reset as they took that Baron. But Double Ocean not as good as that purple buff. The empowered minions, the very easy push that's available. This turret down to about 40%. Next wave, now in for the mid lane. These do need to be synced up, otherwise the wave clear's not too hard. Solo claims the bot lane without much issue. Mid lane shouldn't be that hard either.
The tower's taking damage the whole time, though. They're all so low now. Echo Fox, they do still have their inhibitor turrets, and that is the last foothold to try and push off to make a counterplay. They're down heavily in golds, heavily in items.
Trolling.
They have the possibility. Hakuo going for the split-second engage with Rush is their hope.
They'll stay out of range. Acadian Shepherd's in the mid lane, and once again, Echo Fox must move over. They might go for this dive right here. They've got Acadian a little bit alone. Not going to go for the ult to find the stun. And Acadian able to simply walk away. A little chip on that turret. Top lane now the time. Drowsy, they might get Rush here. The bubble. Oh, it was so close. Bjergsen, if he committed flash, that was going to land. But that turret is gone. And now Echo Fox must give away the inhibitor. As Solo clears the lane, clears the wave. Top inhib will indeed drop TSM closer and closer to that semi-final. Waiting for the engage. There it is on the top side. Nice cleanse, nice flash. Gets away. But the turret's still gone to the mid lane as Acadian pushes in. They're going to find Smoothie. A lot of damage. They might just get that kill, but he's so tanky. They finally kill him, but Rush, will he drop? Not just yet. Sven on the side. Apollo looking for Bjergsen. This could be a good matchup for the Akali, but no flash to follow. Can't get it. It's Acadian's turn to lose the Guardian Angel. 4 seconds later, he'll be back as the turrets fall, and Rush is already dead. Will they find the re-engage? The feathers fly, but they don't get that kill, and Apollo has to get away. Looking at the re-engage, not going to find it. Is Solo. That was close, but the turrets are already gone. The inhibitor's going to start falling as well. Top lane, mid lane, bot's already gone. This could be triple inhib, and the fight was already just fine. It was a 1-for-1, almost killing Apollo on the top of that one as the inhibitors are falling. Only one left alive, and TSM still have control of the map, and they will knock down the 3rd and final inhibitor at the end of the Baron buff.
That's going to be it. TSM can reset now, knowing that super minions will flood the map. Baron empowered recalls will go off. 15 seconds to spare. And they march towards semifinals.
At this point, winning is almost impossible here for Echo Fox. TSM, the final reset. Elder Dragon in 2 minutes, but with triple inhibs, the base might be easier. Either way, banning her on the map is going to work pretty well also. It'll win by themselves. They force Echo Fox to stand against them.
Well, the first set of playoff games for Acadian. Rek'Sai, all after game number 1.
Uh-huh.
And it has been all TSM wins after game number 1. Quite a performance here from one of the rookie members.
And as Sven got onto more aggressive picks, once he got off the Ezreal, he started winning lane. The Kalista was massive. This Lucian, similarly powerful. Early game does work for TSM, and the late game carry is working for their mid and bottom lane.
So definitely all things for our next opponents to think about as they march towards the base. Broken Blade coming out, level 18 now on Hecarim, heading towards that bottom side. They will spread the map once again.
It means farm for Echo Fox. The game remains within 7,000. That's still a very large lead, don't get me wrong. But they're able to free farm this and keep looking for items. Quick Summer Sash upgraded for Apollo. Death Cap and Void Staff in for Phoenix. So burst damage does exist. But TSM have been navigating these fights so much better. They've been the better team by far today and throughout the regular season. They look to be the better team throughout the semifinals and beyond as well, as they await their opponents. 3-1, almost a certainty in this series, and closing it out as they will stay inside the base. Elder Dragon up in 15 seconds. The question is, do they peel back or do they go for killing it? Killing the Nexus or killing the neutral objective? They don't look that gung-ho to push forward. They'll kill some wards.
Yeah, trash duty going as expected here for Echo Fox. They're clearing out the minions. You just got to keep clearing.
And there's the push over. There is the attempted blast plan if they need it. They don't. And as the rest of the team is zoned out, there is no chance of a steal. They're going to grab that quick red buff. Battlestar helps as well. Acadian close enough by. That is just taking care of the little check marks you got to tick off. Elder Dragon picked up. It's not a giant buff for them, but it takes it off the map for Echo Fox. 20 seconds on Baron. They can easily reset and grab that as well.
I actually did not expect another reset from TSM after that, but we'll see if there's some key item purchases here. Some control wards going down, a little bit of extra health.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Echo Fox, again, they have one item on their checklist, Freak, and that is keep the Nexus alive. First step is clearing out all these minions. You have to do it. So they're pinned inside the base, taking out the trash, clearing out these minions, trying to buy some time. They still have over a minute and a half on all of the inhibitors.
And for that entire timer of waiting with the Super still alive, it will be global double buffs for TSM. A small Elder buff, but a big Baron 140 minutes in. That's max stats, and they'll be ready to go. They shouldn't need to reset one more time. I think they should use the timer with the inhibitors they have. As they walk forward, they grab the smite, they grab the objective. And now it's time to finish the Nexus. That's all that's left. This is TSM's biggest power spike in this game, is those neutrals being up, ready to go. Death Cap in for Solo. At least there are some carry threats, but still, TSM so far ahead.
Also, stopwatches purchased. I like this. Phoenix and Apollo both had stopwatches there. Apollo upgrades into a Guardian Angel. Ben, though.
Ben, very far up. He's going to be charmed, knocked into the air. Where did he go? He killed himself off. And they found a charm on a Bjergsen as well, but he has a flash. Here comes Smoothie. Big damage. They trade back to support. But this 4-on-4, I got to say, probably favors Echo Fox. But that's Drowsy. He burns the Zonias. Not going to land the Paddle Star. Solo's got to run. The flash pulverized. And Acadian finds his prey. And this could be all that it took. 4v3 to push into the base. This could be it. Looking for the kill on a Broken Blade. Not going to find the knockup. 4v3 to push, to close down the series. 3-1, the score line. In the semifinals, into their next opponent. Broken Blade pulls back, and they find the first Nexus turret. They're gonna find number 2. Echo Fox must do something, or they will lose their base. But Bjergsen kites back. They find that flash pulverized. Phoenix is low. They don't get him just yet. But TSM, you hear it from the crowd. They have won, and they're into the semifinals. There are two kinds of TSM chants. Ones where their fans are proud of them, and ones where they're a joke. Today, TSM, their fans can be proud. A great back half of the split. 3-1, taking care of business. Acadian winning his very first ever playoff match. First blood in 3 of the 4.
In dominating fashion here on the last 3 games for TSM. Taking hold of the early game and pushing through. Also, Broken Blade coming over from the TCL, from Turkey, big performances. People were very, very questionable about how he was going to meld with this team and fit in with this old organization. He's really been a spark of life for them.
How fitting for Bjergsen, of course. He has so many play styles available. He's got the most trophies. 11, 2, and 6 on the Zoe. Massive gold, massive damage. A very strong performance out of him in this final game. They didn't even need Sven. He got picked off before the fight started, and they still closed it out 4v5, took down those last few kills, and took over that series. We bid adieu to Echo Fox. We will see them in the summer split. Still a good run to get there. That 4-game winning streak in the back half of the split to make playoffs was still quite the run. Turned some heads with wins over C9 and TL, but couldn't do it again against TSM.
Yeah, they had to make a lot of corrections for this season, and they did finally find their way at the end. Definitely gives a lot of hope for looking towards summer.
I think they are a very good team. You have to maybe wonder what could have been if they had a different playoff opponent. TSM, probably the strongest team coming into playoffs based on record. Maybe that would have looked different if they had a FlyQuest or a Golden Guardians. That split was a little bit better. They had a slightly different seed. What that could have been for Fox, of course, that's not what it is here today. They do, in fact, lose out to that third seed here, TSM. And the sharpest team remains sharp here, TSM. That winning record remains. They've won 13 now. 12 of their last 13 matches is the scoreline. My number's getting mixed up, but they did it, and now we know the last two opponents. We know it's FlyQuest on the one side, TSM on the other. Liquid must choose one.
Yep. Choose your opponent, Team Liquid. You going to stay true to Steve's tweets, or are you going to go with the higher percentage chance?
The higher percentage chance, I think, is certainly not picking TSM. They do look very good. They also 2-0'd TL during the regular season, so that is one thing you, I think, have to have in the back of your mind as well.
Yeah, it definitely does play into it. We had that interesting thing at the top of the bracket here where TSM were unable to beat Cloud9. However, Team Liquid were unable to beat TSM. So that's what they want to avoid, and that's what we expect to happen later on and next weekend.
Yep, no matter who they play, it'll be an exciting fight for TSM in the semifinals for a shot in that final berth. But for more on their victory, let's send it over to the TSM top and jungle for an interview with Riv.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Great cast on the day. I'm joined by Acadian and Broken Blade of TSM as they take down Echo Fox in the quarterfinal matchup. Acadian, I'd like to start with you. Coming into this match, you guys have been playing so well, and there is so much to prove this season. It's your first playoff match, and you have put in so much work. Semifinals on the horizon. What does this all mean for you?
I think it's just really hype playing playoffs. It's a lot more hype than regular season, so I don't know. I'm just excited to potentially prove that, I don't know, I'm elite, I guess, in LCS, and our team is elite, and I'm just really excited. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Awesome. Absolutely. The excitement coming through. Broken Blade, you've known to be the heart of the team. You bring so much joy to everyone, and you have proven throughout the season you can play just about anything in the top lane for TSM. What has it meant to you to be a part of the organization coming into this season?
Obviously, it's a really, really big step coming from Turkey to such a big organization such as TSM. And TSM had a winning culture, and last year didn't go well. So this year, I'm going to make them win.
Awesome. Very good. Acadian, back to you. You said Wrath would be swift. It's been 12-1 since that now. The team, you said they did a lot of great things. We've been coming together. But what for you personally changed to make all of this happen?
I think we just struggled there's like a lot of concepts I think that we struggle with as a team, like different times to play the game, how to play the early game out, how to play the mid game out. And I think the early split helped us. I mean, it sucks to lose, but a lot of the losses helped us create new systems for how we're going to move around, how we're going to look to set up fights, how we're going to just do anything really. So I think that part of the split was pretty important for us because we just changed some of the way we did things. So.
All right, and final question for both of you. Cloud9 is on the horizon for that semifinal matchup. You're going to be up in that top lane versus Licorice. How do you feel about that matchup, Broken Blade?
I mean, obviously, Licorice is a good player, but it's not like I'm going in and say, oh my God, I'm playing against Licorice. Just going to play my game, and I'm sure it's not hard to beat him. He's just a human too, so yeah.
Acadian, same question for Svenskeren.
I mean, jungle is not really jungle 1v1. It's more of team diff, so hopefully my team's better that day.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. Congratulations on the win. Best of luck in semifinals. And right now, we're going to throw it to Avali for a perspective from the side of Echo Fox.
Thank you, Riv. I am here with Apollo. Rough series against TSM today, but I do want to start by just asking, is there anything that you'd like to say?
I mean, first off, I think not many people expect us to be here. I'm not really sure why, but I mean, towards the end of the split, obviously, it was like a little surprising, but I think we were a playoff level team. So I'm just really proud of everyone on the team, everyone on the coaching staff, and I think we had a really good run, even though we, kind of stopped shortly.
And kind of talking about that run, you did prove a lot of people wrong just by qualifying for playoffs here last week. So what was the entirety of the spring split experience like for you?
It was good. I mean, it wasn't very easy, as you can imagine. We had like a lot of problems, and we weren't really sure how to fix them, I guess. But we kept going, and there was a week there's that point where we're kind of like 0-6. I think we had like a 6 losing streak, and we're like, okay, maybe playoffs is going to be hard, but if we just keep it playing like one game at a time and focus on improving for summer. I think that's kind of where like everything changed, and I think the coaching staff did a really good job of just honing down like what we need to work on and what kind of style that we're going to play, and ended up working well.
And is there anything that you'd like to say to those Echo Fox fans who believed in you guys and are excited to see what you have prepared for summer?
Thank you for believing in us. It was a really fun split. It's obviously, it kind of sucks to have like those ups and downs, but at the same time, maybe it's like better rather than just like breezing your way through to the playoffs, So I'm happy and thankful for the fans that supported us along the way.
Well, I'm excited to see you return in summer. Thank